we are back! Hello, and welcome to a new episode here at the Mutant Almond channel. Previously, we finished Ansville, my Amsterdam-inspired village. This place is full of working stations in the streets and in the shops, so the villagers have to move around, making it come to life. In this project, I try to use a lot of different color palettes, but for most of the side walls, I use this bricky texture that uses red nether bricks for the deepest shadows. By the way, I'm so excited about the new cinnabar blocks, they will help transition these colors a lot better. Red nether bricks are not mineable anywhere, they have to be crafted using smelting netherrack and nether wart. Smelting is not really a problem with this fantastic furnace array that uses lava as fuel. The space is really tight here after the addition of the new beacon alarm, check my shorts to see how it works. But for the nether wart, I have been farming it below my base in my copper oxidation facility. This is a very precarious process, I don't enjoy it at all, so it's time for an upgrade. We designed a Nether Wart Farm on stream and it's time to bring it to my forever world. And this is the farm. I recently uploaded a short tutorial if you want to build it for yourself. Also, you can find the schematic of this one and many others in my Discord server, the Mutant Almond community. Since we cannot grow this silly mushroom using bonemeal, I decided to build a roller coaster to plant and collect the wart. We will use a fortune hoe for maximum efficiency. The amount of plantable spots is just above 2 stacks. This is an intended design choice so we can fill every soul sand by just holding a key. Once the right hand is empty, you will start planting from the left automatically. It's so fun falling through the chute back to the starting point. The only problem is that we cannot use AFK forever, we need to wait until the wart grows slowly. To help this process, I will add an ender pearl to keep the chunk loaded. If you didn't know, this is done by digging 6 blocks, adding a soul sand and 5 water sources using some kelp. I also like to place a trapdoor to stop the loading whenever we want. Add your ender pearl and done! This will keep everything working in a 3x3 chunks area. This way, whenever we need some red nether bricks, we can just come and collect it. Let's just not forget to plant it afterwards. Okay, so it's functional, but you know we are not here just for that. The only reason I like to make farms is just to be able to make bigger and better builds. And this is no exception, so let's make a nice red exterior that actually barely uses any red nether bricks. We made 3 square wings with rounded roofs to define the shape. Let's add some texture. But the key is in the details and there couldn't be any better way to add some than with some spruce. Finally, I wanted to add a pergola for some shadow. I'm using resin and glow lichen to hold the carpet. This is such a cool technique, using a couple of support blocks to make these two hold each other. Like, what? I learned this from Fusion Dreams, thanks so much. Did you catch where the red bricks went? Not in the walls. This build was inspired by a music box I saw a while ago. It didn't have doors, or windows, or roofs, but I really felt the essence of a house there. It fits really well here, there seemed to be like the perfect plot of terrain available, it's almost as if I planned for it. I chose these colorful palettes to fit the Ansville style, but as with the painter's house, the architecture style is different to help transition it into the rest of the world. I also went for a bit more of a complex texture for the walls here. I separated the colors that represent shadows and the ones for erosion. In Ansville, I used the same blocks for both, but since here we had a bigger surface to cover, I tried something a bit more elaborated. Let me tell you that inventory management is a real mess when you build like this. I'm very happy with the round shapes we made for the roofs and especially for the windows. Using shelves you can do so many things and it really helped here. Each circle is a different size, but they all look so great it will even make you doubt this is vanilla Minecraft. In case you cannot tell, the stained glass in the main window is supposed to represent a sun in the front and a moon in the back. I place a few paints to smooth the shapes. It's important that the back looks as well as the front, because it's mainly gonna be looked from here, the observatory. The main section of this build is used to cover the farm, but what should I do with the other two? Oh, by the way, I added my automatic garage door design to the cyan wing. In Anne's build, this was used for the bike shop, so maybe we should make this interior into some kind of a station for vehicles to travel the main road. Do you have any ideas? Tell me in the comments. That actually reminds me that last episode I asked you who should live in my enchanted hut. I posted a poll and it was a tie between the iron golem and the creaking. Okay, the creaking won, but I got some good comments in favor of the golem. So let's add both. We can just hide a creaking core below the floor and place a few iron blocks for the other guy. I just hope they don't fight each other. Wait for night time and here is our friend. Oh, this is kind of dangerous. But the second floor is completely spawn proof with slabs, so it will be totally safe to farm the resin. For this episode, I have a bonus project. Recently, we had the Minecraft movie build challenge and I of course participated. I used the marketplace map for my submission, but now it's time to bring it to my forever world. The lore goes that the people that live here built this hut as a standalone house, but as they got more materials, they started stacking rooms on top, turning it into a workshop. Due to the block limitations given for the challenge, I decided to use pale oak leaves as a smoke for the chimney, and it turned out so great, I think it will become a standard for this world. I call this build the Taiga Punk 3 stories dwelling. It takes elements from the steampunk aesthetic adapted to fit the taiga biome. I'm very proud of the use of walls and blocks for texturing some of the surfaces, giving them a rough and old feel that looks so authentic. Starting from the workshop, we can explore the interiors. As we go up the tower, we find a dining area with a kitchen, a living room with a chimney, and on the very top, a bedroom with fake beds. This alternative use of blocks has become another theme for this build, as I use glass for the water of the pond. Layering blue and cyan on top of padsol makes it look so realistic. This place is looking gorgeous, but somehow it doesn't feel to belong to the same world. I think we have to connect it to the main road and blend the terrain from the taiga aesthetic to the enchanted plains. And yes, that's how I'm calling this custom biome I'm creating here with some woodpit grass and moss. Now it really belongs in this place. This was a blast. I feel like my forever world is starting to take shape. I would really like to turn it from a collection of individual builds to a magical world with all sorts of styles and weird inhabitants that make it feel alive and full. Thanks so very much for watching. It's awesome to have you here. I'm really glad of being able to share my crazy ideas and weird gameplay with all of you. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this silly almond. And bye bye!